Hello and welcome. My name is Ripper and now we can continue our lovely little journey in Fallout 4. And there's one more thing. Actually two. The second album is now officially half of it done. I'm gonna still make a few more songs in that album. And the second thing, and I don't have any freaking words or anything how I can describe my feeling at this moment. When I arrived in home and opened my PC, the first thing what I checked was my YouTube channel stats. 16 days ago, the total view count of my channel was 122. 16 days later, the count is 2043.
You were screaming again last night.
Oh, sorry.
2 freaking thousand. Over 2 freaking thousand. I literally don't have any words how to describe my feelings at this moment. When I saw that number, I literally was in shock. 16 days. Over 2,000 views in total. The only thing what I can say is thank you. Thank you every single one of you for watching my videos. Thank you. And now let's continue, and this is gonna be the episode that we've been waiting for so long.
I don't want to think about it anymore.
It's okay.
Let's go
Still think about it too.
I said I'm
to the
fine.
institute.
Leave me alone, June.
Well, how much we have to? Okay, let's see. Okay, we have on. Okay, we have to a little bit clear the inventory now because we have too much stuff. We are not gonna need that one. Or that one. Actually, let's see, can we upgrade any of these? Actually, let's check this one. 62. Okay, one more aluminium, so we can upgrade that one. Okay. Okay, we're gonna need a little bit of aluminium and adhesive to get the silencer on that one. And one more rank up to get the gunner 4, and we're gonna get the advanced receiver on that one. Actually, let's see, can we... I don't think we have anything else, yeah. Okay. Let's jump into power armor and let's go to the institute. I've been waiting this so long. Like, actually, I've been waiting this to happen so long.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Okay, let's go.
Sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire fire her up, and we see what happens.
So there's basically 50-50 chance that it's gonna freaking
Ready
explode.
when you are.
Okay. Let's just hope the best.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh.
Started in that
We
job.
better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Okay. Okay. Now is the moment to hope the best, I guess. The molecular level completed. If I'm not totally wrong. So basically, the place is inside this map, so we are close to CIT ruins. And we are inside the Institute. Finally. Okay. Okay. Where is that holotape? There. Okay. I can't believe that we are in here now. After all this time. Nothing in there.
Hello.
Who are you?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
Busted.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Okay. Okay, we are going down.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
I have a doubt that.
Welcome to the Institute.
Wow.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Yeah. And
No way to pick this. Don't have the key.
is that?
Sean?
I don't think that is Sean. It's just that kind of feeling.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
the first question is, who are you for real? Well, I'm your mom.
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
I don't think that he is the real Sean. I think he's a decoy.
Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Your dad is dead. Can you understand that?
It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Open the door.
Damn it. Sean, open the door.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
And you are the father.
Sean. S923.
I freaking know it.
Cirrus.
I knew that he was a decoy.
The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I don't fucking care who you are. I just want my fucking kid now.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now.
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
Yeah. Where is my son?
Very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son.
Yeah, a lot.
Your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
What the fuck? Okay, I need a fucking second to process this all. So, after giving us that decoy one, now this guy told us that he's the real Sean. Actually, that will be possible. Because we still don't know how long we was inside that cryo chamber after they took the infant Sean. It would be 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, or even 60 years. So basically that would be possible that that guy is the real Sean. And if that is the real Sean, well, we have about... Because the last time we saw Sean, he was like max 2 years old. And if that guy is like 67 years old, that means we have 65 years of birthday and Christmas presents to give him. So basically almost 200 gifts in total. And I'm still shocked that if that is the real Sean and why he is in institute and working in the fucking institute from those people who took him and killed his father? That is my only question right now, and I wanna know the answer of those questions now. How?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
So many good questions right now, but why? Makes sense, you were stolen, it wasn't right.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. It wasn't
And killed your father.
Irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
You lost me. I don't see the point of any of this.
You don't see the connection. Let me try to explain. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this...
Okay, well that makes a little bit sense.
Radiation affected everyone, even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above. Members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
So basically, the Nick Valentine is the little part of you, the synth what we helped earlier is part of you, the synths what we've been killing all this time is part of you and your creation.
I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
I freaking know it that there's gonna be the point where there's option to ask your father.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Okay, let's ask about Kellogg.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
He was a murderer. He killed your father.
Believe me, I am well aware of the atrocities Kellogg committed. I suspect there are many more we'll never know of. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Okay, first of all, I must say this is probably the longest video with most cutscenes ever, what I have recorded so far.
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment.
We are not gonna help them.
I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay. This is so much in one freaking video. Like, I don't know what the fuck to say. Except that we are literally like inside the Institute, and there is literally so much what we need to discover to get more info about this place.
A clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Thinking that these people have been here like over 200 years. Just wow. I'm still in shock. Like, okay, I didn't expect this place to be this big. Like, this is like total utopia. Okay. Okay. Let's go and
It's done. Just need to tighten up this primary
You
drive
weren't
servo.
kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
find my son.
I just wanted to find my son. Keep him safe. Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Okay, let's just ask who built
Who
all
was
this.
originally? Has it been here long? The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned,
Okay.
older models can't come soon enough.
Okay, I guess that is the kitchen. Med bay. Okay.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr.
All
Ayo
systems
thinks he
nominal.
can hide in his office.
Okay, SRB. I have no freaking idea what that name is.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Hi, Doc. Please don't.
So,
There's enough friction
Here
as
you
it
are.
is between
Dr.
us
Neo,
and pretty much all
acting
the other
director of the
departments.
Can you be quiet,
I'll be
please?
upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be
For
any
real.
issues, will there?
For real. You don't trust me.
Don't you trust me?
Oh, it's nothing personal. I don't trust anyone. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention here. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Secret
So
police.
basically, you're the secret police.
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact,
Yeah.
I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Combat experience.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Okay.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
Okay.
We have many enemies.
Okay. Okay, 2 more places to go. And then this thing is done. I guess the next place is here. But yeah, Bioscience. This is the next place to go. And after that we have only one place to go. And after that it's here? Question mark? No, it's behind the wall. Well, let's see where this tunnel goes. Okay, so storage. Okay. I'm still shocked. Totally shocked. Oh no, great. Tempiness Bluff is in under attack now.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Must be close to
Dr.
10 years
Clayton
old by now.
Holdren, head of the bioscience.
Can you be quiet, Isaac?
What you're doing. It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is
Pet
exciting
project
nonetheless.
for real?
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
That is probably the best answer
But it's also a rare
so far.
and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
I'm good for now.
Thanks.
Take care then.
Okay, where I wanna see the gorillas for real. If they... Harambe! Come here!
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
I can't believe that they added little gorillas in this game. Okay, let's just hope those not gonna escape from here, because then everybody gonna be effed up. Okay, next place.
Is it true food supplement 77 has been discontinued?
Okay, Advanced Systems is the next one.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Okay, Madison Lee.
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not gonna get your way.
Promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute.
Yes.
At will.
Thank you. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy...
I saw about that. I have a little thing in my backyard back home.
You'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Good for now.
Good for now. Thanks.
All right.
Okay. And we leveled up. Okay, let's see what will be next thing. Okay, 10 more levels to get gun nut 4. Let's take science.
Give us a chance.
Okay. I have little no words. Like, actually. Okay. Okay, we have so much thing to do. Including help defend Cabinet Bluff, check the detective cases, clear fellow ghouls from the mass pack tunnel, bring Mendes to Mama Murphy. Well, we are not gonna do that one. Explore combat zone, then we have the Lost Patrol, Mechanical Minions, Turbo Waters, Devon Somerville Place, Far From Home. And I think this will be maybe one of the DLCs. Then we have to meet Bobby. Then we have to meet Deacon. We have to talk to the settlers in Oberland Station. And we have to give the holotape to Sturgis. And we have to talk to Father. I can't say how. Same time, I'm relieved that we finally get in here. And the Sean is alive. At the same time, I'm a little bit disappointed that he's okay to work with people who literally killed his father. Well, was part of killing his father. Not actually was there and killed his father. Except those few. But yeah, it's time to end this episode now. Thank you for watching, and as always, all links to my social medias down below, my Instagram, my Twitch channel, and my Discord server. Be free to join any of those, and as always, if you like my content, maybe leave a like or a comment or even subscribe. And now, as always, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.